Hey guys, Augiesaint here, giving some more Lost Ark. I'm going to talk to you guys about some engravings, some bad engravings that you should not have at level 1, and why you should only use them at level 3, sometimes at level 2, but more than often only level 3, because they do have negative side effects, and we are looking at you, Grudge level 1. Do not use Grudge level 1, I cannot express this enough, just don't use Grudge level 1. Alright, so let's hop straight into the video now, shall we? Let's bring up our engravings over here, and we can go through all of them. So the reason Grudge is not good at level 1, and by now you should know how engravings work, is if you get 5 points into one engraving, you unlock level 1. And you see over there it tells you the bonus per level, so at level 1, 5 nodes, I would have 4% damage increase to boss or above monsters, but my incoming damage is also increased by 20%. Now that's the negative side of this engraving, but the 20% damage remains flat across all 3 levels, whereas only at level 3 do you actually deal 20% increased damage. So even at level 2 you could say this is not worth it, because at level 3 you get double the effect of level 2, and even more so of level, you get like 4 or 5 times the effect of level 1. But the damage does remain flat all the time, the damage that you take, I mean the incoming damage. So that's the main reason you don't want to use Grudge at level 1, or even level 2 for that matter. Try and only use Grudge at level 3. If level 1 Grudge, you can only get level 1 Grudge, I would completely suggest against it. Try and change up anything, change up your stone, whatever. Just don't do level 1 Grudge. Level 2 Grudge if you're very comfortable with whatever you're doing. But yeah, level 3 Grudge is what you should aim for. So nothing under that, because then you'll be taking 20% increased damage for 4% increased damage to the boss from you, or 10%. So it's not worth the trade-off that you get, especially now when you guys are all trying to learn stuff and we're all going through new content, because everything we do is new, because it's Lost Ark hasn't been out that long for us. But yeah, that's one of the main contenders over there. And then another one we do have is Precise Dagger. Now this one's not such a bad one, because all this does is gives you 4% crit rate at level 1, but then does have a negative where it gives you minus 12% crit damage at all 3 levels again. So the negative is consistent throughout the levels, but at level 3 you do get a 20% increase in crit rate. So Precise Dagger, it's not so bad because it doesn't matter to your survivability. It just makes you crit more, but your crits deal less damage, so to say. So with a lot of other stuff, and most of the time this is better than not using it. But at level 1 for the 4% really doesn't really do much, and it is reducing your crit damage by 12%, so you are critting less already. Even at level 2 it's kind of meh, so you want to try and get that one at level 3, but if you have to get this at level 1 or 2, it's a lot better than getting Grudge. But then this was also just, that is a huge debuff to your damage, so to say, whereas Grudge is just you being able to dodge things and staying alive. But if you are dead, you can't do DPS either way, so both of them are reducing your damage by not having them at the max level. So Grudge being the number 1 prime suspect. I would even put Precise Dagger if I have to order this. The second worst one I would say to actually not have is the Cursed Doll. As you see over here, Cursed Doll gives you 3% increased attack power at level 1, which is like nothing. But then your healing is reduced by 25%, your natural recovery excluded. So that goes normally, but healing, so like your potions will do less and that kind of stuff. And I'm not sure if when bards actually chuck down their heal and when paladins heal, if Cursed Doll makes you take less healing from them, but I assume it would. But I do know that Cursed Doll, if you are a bard, it doesn't reduce your healing to others. Like it's the healing on yourself. So it's not like if you're running Cursed Doll on a bard, your heals will do less to other people. It's still the same to you, but I do know that. I'm not sure though that if you have Cursed Doll and the bard heals you, we still need to test that. But this is just for your own sake anyway, because that 25% reduction in healing is flat again all the way through all 3 levels. Whereas the 3% attack power is like nothing. The 8% attack power is still pretty meh. And then at level 3 it's double the level 2 while still maintaining the level 1 negative. So you can see what I mean here? The positives of these engravings until level 3 are not so good. But then at level 3 they're actually pretty good, but the negative remains the same throughout all 3 levels. So that's why Cursed Doll would be the second worst one, I would say, that having it at level 1 or 2. So it's another one you want to try and only use at level 3. And then if you have to use it at 1 or 2, I would suggest against it. Try and use it only at level 3. And then Grudge. So Grudge number 1, Cursed Doll number 2, and then number 3 being Precise Dagger, because that's just a little bit of damage loss there as well. But yeah, anyway, it is negative towards your character. So Grudge, Precise Dagger, and Cursed Dolls, do not use those unless you can get them to rank 3 like I have over there. And even Grudge, I would suggest if you are fairly new and you're not very confident in dodging stuff. I feel pretty confident dodging stuff for my Sock, but I would rather go for something else instead of Grudge for now, just to get used to stuff, and then you can add on Grudge later. But when you can and you feel confident enough, do use Grudge, because Grudge is very strong, 20% flat damage on everything you do, but you do take 20% more damage. So use it at your own risk, but don't use it level 1. Whatever you do, don't use it on level 1. You can't fool me. So if you see people in your party finals and stuff joining you with Precise Dagger level 1 or Grudge level 1 and stuff like that, don't invite them. Just so you know, let them know. Or if they come in or something, let them know that replace that engraving or you're going to replace them pretty much. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful to you guys, and if it has, drop a like and a sub. I really appreciate all the support on the channel. The support over the last few weeks has been crazy. We actually hit moderator a few weeks ago. We got monetized and we're official YouTubers now. So the future is, the sky is the limit for the future, guys. I do plan on playing some Wonderlands pretty soon, so stick around if you're into Wonderlands, but we will be doing Lost Ark all the time with the Glavier coming up soon. I really hate calling it Glavier. I wish I would just call it Lance Master, but we'll stick to it. So for the Lance Master for us, we know, hopefully that comes out soon, hopefully sooner rather than later. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Augiesaint.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying